Hello, good afternoon. I hope you had a good day. I had a really good day today. It was very simple and wholesome, but those are my favorite kind of days when I can just take it slow and not have like a time frame on what I'm doing that day. It's really nice to have a couple days off that I can do that. So today was super relaxed and I went in not having a plan of what I was gonna do, but I did end up planting some flowers that we got recently. They've been sitting in their little plastic pots that they come in for a couple weeks now, so I just wanted to try and plant them somewhere outside to make our yard look more inviting and just warm. So I did plant those. I probably didn't do any of it right, but I'm not taking it too seriously. I just want them to be there for a little while to bring some color to our yard. So yeah, I mean, I didn't plant them in the ideal location because there's so much roots and they are right next to trees, but it was just fun to spend some time doing that today. And ooh, the light's a little weird. Right there. But anyways, I always see my neighbors doing tons of yard work on these sunny days before it gets too hot, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm missing out. So I want to start taking care of my yard more and making it look pretty, learning more about gardening. And I also, of course, went on a walk, but I had no plan on where I was going, no speed or time frame, and it was just really fun to just aimlessly walk around and enjoy the sun. So that was my day. Super simple, but I just love that lifestyle so much. Good morning. Hello, it's a new day. I think the last clip I filmed was eating dinner, possibly. After dinner last night, we watched a movie and we actually watched Black Beauty, which I haven't watched since I was, I don't know, like 8 or 10 years old. And that used to be my favorite movie ever. So it brought back lots of emotions for the time that I watched it. And I do remember when I was little, I cried a lot to that movie, and I was a mess last night. I was seriously bawling my eyes out the whole time, to the point where after the movie was over, my face was so puffy. It's just as heartbreaking as I remembered it to be, and oh my gosh, I was a mess. I just sat on the couch for like an hour afterwards, just contemplating my whole life in childhood and reflecting on probably some childhood trauma, but it's crazy that a movie about a horse can do that to me. I do work today at 3, so I'm trying to kind of have a full day before that. I'm also wearing colors today, which is different for me. I never wear bright colors. I'm pretty sure this is like my only bright colored piece in my closet, but I kind of just felt like wearing it today. So I feel all colorful and fun. Lately I've been feeling so productive and just go, 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 and that's so different for me because I feel like I can set aside a couple hours to really push myself to work, but then I do need to really wind down or wind into doing that. But the past few weeks, I've actually really been surprising myself with how productive I've been. I haven't necessarily been forcing myself to, it's just naturally been happening. I don't know if it's the springtime and getting more sunlight maybe is boosting my vitamin D levels and making me more inclined to get more things done. I'm not sure if you guys have been feeling this too, but there's definitely been a shift in the springtime with my productivity levels. Also, update, if you watched a couple videos ago, I think, I sent off the style bundle to Faith and she received it. She really liked it and she loved all the pieces. So that made me really happy creatively because, you know, I put lots of time into it, and to just see someone appreciate it and enjoy your work that you put into it is really rewarding. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. I'll put her at right here just in case she does post a video where she tries stuff on. If you want to see like the final pieces that I chose for her, I'm not totally sure if she's going to post anything, but she may. So this is your sign to do something that scares you or put yourself out of your comfort zone, because there's always room for growth. When I was little, I went to this really beautiful area where park rangers talked to us and kind of showed us around this beautiful land. And my favorite activity that we did was sitting in silence and getting our own spot and just sitting there and listening to everything around us, observing the area that we're sitting in. I think I was like 6 or 7, and that always stuck with me. So I like to stop and just listen in one spot. There's so much that you can see just sitting in stillness for even a minute of time. I just finished my walk, of course, as always, and I've really just been thinking and reflecting, and I was thinking about this class that I took a couple years ago in college, and it was a meditation class. My teacher was really cool. I actually liked her a lot. Unfortunately, the class was online, so I didn't get that face-to-face interaction, and she mentioned gratitude, and I've heard this lots of places too. She told us that we should journal every day and write 3 things that we're grateful for that day, and I really like that. I feel like when I start getting into a negative cycle or a negative way of thinking, this is a great way to just ground myself and claim something more positive, because I'm just focusing on and trying to think of things that I'm grateful for every day. And it could be something so small like a cup of coffee or the birds singing that can really just change your whole way of thinking for that day. And it's a great way to get out of that negativity. I've really been doing that today and just focusing on the positives in my life, because there are a lot. So why fret on the negative when I have so much good? I'm in a super good mood now because I did that on my walk, and it just gives me so much more purpose, puts me on a better path. With that, I'm going to end the video here. I'm not sure how long it ended up being. I feel like it was a little shorter this week because I did work a lot. But I hope next week I can spend a little more time with you and put more time into this, because I love this so much, and this has become one of my favorite hobbies. I'm definitely going to stick with it and keep being consistent. I know some weeks my videos will be a little shorter just because I don't want to burn out or put too much on my plate at once. I want to make sure it's feasible for me and still gives me some time for rest and reflection, and just to kind of be away from perception. Sometimes I don't really feel like I'm being perceived too much on here just because you were all so kind and accepting, but it can be a little overwhelming sometimes when there's work and family and friends, and then of course my own alone time. So I'm just grateful for you, and thank you for being here. I'll see you next week.